A mother who recently delivered her baby died due to COVID-19 complications. This was announced by Director of Women's Health, Dr. Adesh Sirjusingh, speaking during the Ministry of Health's update on COVID-19 on Monday. Sunil Lalla reports.
To date, 285 pregnant women have tested positive for COVID-19. That figure climbed from the 170 recorded just about a month and a half ago, according to Director of Women's Health, Dr. Adesh Sirjusingh. He says the total number of pregnant women got infected at various stages of their pregnancy, and some became critically ill and had to be placed under HDU or ICU care. Dr. Sirjusingh, however, says one mother would have succumbed to the virus after recently giving birth.
Within the recent past, we actually lost our first mother after she delivered to COVID-19 in Trinidad and Tobago as a result of the complications of COVID-19. So we have reached that place which is being seen worldwide where maternal deaths are being reported.
Dr. Sirjusingh adds that this country also recently recorded its first documented case of mother-to-child transmission of the virus.
We picked up that she was COVID positive. Luckily, she was asymptomatic. And then we checked the babies. And in this case, this baby has turned up to be positive. So this is the first case of documented mother-to-child transmission of COVID-19 in Trinidad and Tobago, and is the youngest patient we have to report.
He says that case is ongoing and both mother and baby are being monitored and have been doing well so far. Dr. Sirjusingh, though, is urging the population to get inoculated to help protect both pregnant women and their babies who cannot get vaccinated. At this point in time, he adds that there is no approval for pregnant women to be vaccinated.
The scientific data, we're still waiting on the publications to have a more liberal use of it in pregnancy. A lot is actually being published with the mRNA vaccines. So we are actually hoping that when and if they arrive on our shores, we can look at this with the National Immunization Technical Advisory Group and consider it.
Dr. Sirjusingh says, though, that it is safe for women who are breastfeeding to take the Sinopharm vaccine, noting that there has been no problems locally for the mother and her baby. Sunil Lalla, TTT News.
2 more people have succumbed to COVID-19. The Ministry of Health says the latest deaths of an elderly woman and an elderly man have brought the death toll to 1,139. Meanwhile, there are 128 new positive cases of COVID-19. The ministry says the samples were taken during the period of August 5 to 8. Taking into account the recovered cases, this brings the total number of active cases to 5,893. Of those active cases, 308 are at hospital.